So to stick, I can't see again or how long I can record. I was at 21 minutes, so not well. I don't know. It might. It wouldn't surprise me that that my telephone dies on me again for some reason. I just reinstalled it. I don't understand. So annoying. But where was I? I don't know where I was. Fuck. Good so, yeah. Het is een keer die Rodrigo, oh ja. So the light of us, this moves through the ether. I've passed my alter ego. Wanneer wat toch erop. Dat was my alter ego, the prime aspect, so to say, the primary aspect. Was mijn pendel. Stick it to this, so that was my primary aspect, but I have more essences. Can I be considered light too? Like and one of was a pro pop and Vondero was het ook licht. Dus I had two angel aspects, two angelic aspects with me. There was la too. Toen stick it wasn't mine, natuurlijk. Dan toen stick it is la van Emilia, la existie. So la, the angelic aspect, la, of la, okay, LA, like Los Angeles. I do it this, is it because, what's in Los Angeles, I do it this, whatever, stick it to it. So, la. It's one of her angelic aspects. So Prupap and Vondero. Vondero came first, by the way. Vondero came first and Prupap came second. Those two angelic aspects merged with me too. I'm not sure if it's common. Does everyone have Does everyone have to only one? At least the very least one. Was it because of a near-death experience that Prupap or Vondero came? Vondero came extra, okay. Prupap came second, toch? Of niet? It's mirror worlds. Okay, dat doen we. So I took angelic aspects with me, I do a stick it, do it this, and that's considered light too, but benevolent light. This is light of Akasha, to light that wants to preserve, that is there to preserve you, so to say. But there's the alter ego, and that's something that truly wants to take over the conscious bubble of being. That in my instance was Wananero, I talked to Rob, they used to get to. And Azaz was aesthetically bound to Azaz to lead. En nog een is Azaz. I've seen Azaz too, the contours of a horse. I wasn't flying. They stick it to it this, but I always see black and white. The last, to stick it to it this, the last. I don't know. Yesterday I saw. Last night this morning, I had a little bit of a meditation too again. Got light pulses in, and it's a bit yellowish, but it do use more black and white, so to say. And I saw the contours of a horse with wings running towards me. I did a live stream about that. I do a stick it to it this ticket. The last year, last year, just before I got locked up in September by the GGZ, So do a stick it. I saw Azaz. So I saw a Pegasus running towards me, just on the ground, so to say. Whilst normally I would see the dragons flying towards me, flying over me, If I met a new dragon guide, then moet ik mediteren, If I came in touch with a new, or I was asking the pension van, hey, volgens mij moet ik mediteren of niet? And the pension would say yes. I would meditate, and then I saw these silhouettes of dragons flying towards me, flying over me. So, then I knew, that's a new guide. That's basically always what happened. Yeah, At the syndicate with this. Well, that time, Azaz came just before I got uh, got got the IBS in bewaringstelling, and I was put away in the GGZ for 5 weeks. I was I'm not sure 5 weeks in total. Just but I just knew that the GGZ was going to be the head of the Hydra, which will be the most tainted one, so to say, because you expect such an institution, people that work over there do work still with the just intent, with the right intent, but not with the right experience. They should have way more experience with drugs, with drugs, that which you are administering to people. There's the other side too, spores or the spores or the exotic spores of consciousness, that stick to this truly is useful to becoming more of yourself, to become more experienced and wise. You gain wisdom, not so much intellect also, but more so wisdom. To stick it to intellect too, but stick it to this. You can become a wiser individual. Just if you can't really take high dosages, then what dose down, microspore. This you can do is microdose, so to say. You don't have to go. Well, like I have on occasion. Well, TCB, I always take two at the same time, because TCB if the dose is just a little bit too low, you're not really in the flow, so to say. Then you waste two of those, They will just get these. So it's best to take two. Well, it depends on the tablet, and one should ask. Well, in the future to come, I'm pretty sure we'll have the government or the government providing us with these substances. I'm going to make myself really I'm going to do my ultimate best. I know for a fact that this is going to be it's going to be done. That drugs and narcotic use are now considered illegal, are going to be legalized, except for really the exotic sports that really make people mental, aggressive, so to say, that they become a hazard for themselves or other people around them. Or perhaps even that can be done, but only for those that truly have shown that they can that they truly are psychonauts, Hold on. So this is a good thing, I do stick it to this. I do stick it to this. I use it. It's like the game. What's it called? Game Fallout. Fallout New Vegas. Fallout, where you got these mentats and Psycho and all these X-ray or Ray X or something like that. Red X. All these kinds of exotic spores, so to say, like drugs, which hype you up, or you become more in the game. You become stronger or more aware of yourself, or stick it to it. This that. So for a warrior too, like the Second World War, the Nazis, during the Blitzkrieg with the tanks that they rolled into France. They were on amphetamine or amphetamine. That's not methamphetamine. That's bullshit. It's amphetamine. I was like, methamphetamine, okay. Dat heb ik nou niet. What the fuck? Waar ging hard aan jou, die gasten? So. That's what I need. Methamphetamine, I need the next level of things. But they use this to be able to take and move shitloads of kilometers in towards France, towards Paris, to stick it to this, and then within 3 days they succeeded the mission, I believe, or they were up for 3 days, and they had to because the supply train would not be would not be to stick it to up and running just yet, moving behind those fast moving tanks, those Panzers. So these tank crews, they were all of them or on amphetamine and methamphetamine, you know. So I'm an Aryan and I love swastikas. Atayima oil. I do, oh, fuck die shit. En nou is het dus verboden zeker. Dikke lul. Op kanker gegaan. And we all know who played Hitler, you know. We all know that to stick it to it, this Hitler truly wasn't an Aryan himself. So why the dream of the Aryan race and blah 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 if he truly himself is not an Aryan? Have you ever asked yourself, where does he get this drive from? What did people let him to just play the role without really questioning him? People questioned him, but they were silenced. Yeah, that's what it was. But anyways, the globalist elite before it was somewhere in 1870. I do 1870. I do stick to this. I do. And Albert Pike, anyways, was a Freemason. It was 1870, 1860, 1850 or so when he fell. They already plotted out the idea, the strategy to, well, the first World War, of the Second World War, and of the Third World War was going to be waged. They didn't have exact dates just yet at that point in life and time, but they did have a planned prospectus of how to seize the world and force a new world order, you know. And the last war was going to be waged between the Abrahamic religions, the Christianity, so it's been diluted a lot. It's diluted a lot. There are those from Eastern Europe that truly still go to church, but hardly any churchgoers going full from the Netherlands anymore, you know. And it's because, wow, yeah, the still ether, basically, het is de keer toe het zijn employen. A combination of both to do with this. People have the ether to spend, but also the ether to must live up to. You know, you need to pay the bank, the bills, so to say, to stick it to with this. I'm fortunate. Yeah, I hear people say, "I stick it to with this." I hear the Mindzuiver people saying, "Ja, maar je hebt nooit echt gewerkt." En nee, toen stick it to that. Dat zeggen sommige mensen. Maar dat is echt, dit is werk, mensen, wat ik doe. Dit is mijn werk. Ik wil sales agent zijn. Had ik gisteren nog. Dat doe ik, stick it to with this. Dat doe ik. Dat was ik gisteren, maar. Dat doe ik, stick it to with this. Osborne Trading, weet je wel. Sales agent. Dat doe ik. I could have earned a lot. Well, I could have earned a lot of money. I do it with Troika. This week is with Solpex. But I didn't care. I didn't care for the business. I didn't care. Well, I found cool products, but I do it this to get the. I was with my girlfriend. I was worried about with Charelle, and I truly was worried about, wow, if we're gonna get children together, how are we gonna raise those kids in this world, which is becoming ever so sticking to it, distant to get this fascist and ever so more a slave system, ever so more etheric. You know, I just sensed, I knew for a fact that I had to do something. So just within a moment's notice, moment's notice, a few months I've tried to stick it to this endeavor of being a sales agent. I think in total, I was contracted for like 6 months, but only effectively, truly had active days for like 3 or 2 or so. I'm not sure, but I don't care either. Really, I had to experience, and I just knew this is not the way. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna be doing it. No, it's not my style. You know. So I went back to stick it to it. I went back to I got to be unemployed. I didn't have any. Hardly had any income. I think I never received a salary from to stick it to it, just to get the Osborne. Yes, I have lied about that, but fuck it. I'm the ether operator, dus dat mag ik niet. Als het om geld gaat wel, in ieder geval. Until, but it's funny because with lies you can achieve a lot, And lying about ether doesn't matter, truly. Lying about element, Lying about who burned that. Did you burn that house down? No, I did not, mommy. Yes, you did. Then the syndicate's heart coheres with the element fire, and this will make it so more likely that fire is going to burn you someday. That fire is going to burn you. Same goes for water, etc., etc. You need to be honest and to is truthful when it concerns the elements, but not ether. Only if you make the arrangement for someone. Can I borrow €1,000? You will have it back. Then you must pay back. That ether does not forget, so to say, the subconscious of us. But if you brag, so to say, I've earned shitloads of money back then, blah 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 blah. It's ether. You're talking about ether, because money is ether. And if it was to say representing gold, bullion, or silver, then you could not lie about it. But now, because it's purely digits, and it's an artificial system, the artificial ether. So this one and zeros, this artificial ether, and this ticket to it, the bills, in essence are we're ook artificial ether beschouwd. Ja, oké. Dus ticket to it, this ticket. So it's artificial ether. And there was ticket to it, this ticket. So talk is normal ether. Then the kid do it this, or talk in the mind's eye. You're summing up your grocery list. I need to get eggs. I need to get some fruits. I need to get bread, the meatloaf, whatever, fuck ever. You got this list, and you sum it up in your head. It's not an audible sensation. It's not a reading sensation. You hear words being spoken in your mind's eye. So that's your own inner voice, so to say. And that's considered ether too. That voice is connected to the hive mind of mankind. Both the sub and the conscious, the subconscious. Yeah, the subconscious hive mind of mankind. And light workers work through the mind's eye with this syndicate, with this. The conscious side of things with light, and they can commune together. They can in a group fashion. They can tether their bubbles of being, their bubbles of conscious being, and meditate together. It does work, duo. But I don't believe that we can breach, or they can breach the event horizon for at least 5, 10. What is it? That's the pendulum. Before many elementalists rise up first, because of the amount of photons that we emit, the biophotons. This is the kid, or just sound, no? Sound, biophoton. And that's just like photon torpedoes firing off from me and towards a person that hypercharges that individual. So it's not like a wave or an aura that's constant. So these photons, I've seen them fly off me at a late party to a sticker to it this. Late is een organisatie where kut die boze man, weet je nou wat er neergelegd? Fuck it, dat doe ik straks maar. Let's stick it to it this. So I was dancing and I saw these photons fly off of me. Also in the backyard and during a poker evening with friends. Friends were there, and they were like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Of niet? Cha, ik zie pokaal bij. Wat zou ik zo nou noemen? I was with like 5, 6 friends, and we were playing poker. I was the first to go home because I was fucking high energy. And I just felt awkward because of all these photons flying off of me, They don't make sound, but yeah, those were biophotons, right? Yellow is gold, is light. And just like this, as if these sperm cells are flying away. So I can really describe. That's the best way. In essence, they are. Those things, light. They look like them though. They look like them, like squid or this kid, it was like, yeah, like squid. And then really sensation was really weird, you know. So those biophotons, I still fire those off. I do. Will I in the future to come again at the new soon when Emilia's here? That's right, as you see. When Emilia comes here, then those biophotons will fly off of me. And I know, I'm pretty damn sure that her aneurysm or what was it, her stroke or whatever she had was a stroke, was it? Yeah, or a TIA, was it TIA? The bloedpomp die doorschiet. I don't know the specifics of her happening, of her the incident. I don't know which date. I don't know when exactly or what exactly it was and which side it was either. As soon as I get to know, I will be able to perhaps cross-reference and see, well, if I can, well, I need all the accounts back, I guess. Toen was hij, toen was hij. Ja, ik was wel actief op die oude nog. I could look up on my Instagram, or she should, maybe you should, Emilia, to look up if you view this video, or people that do know the specific date, because I do not know. Maybe do a stick it with this. Emilia fans, watch this. You could look it up. Look up my old Instagram. Dennis Oswald Dennis, een van de twee old Instagram account. I'll have a look. See what do with this. Instagram. Zo'n blank laptop, joh. Ik heb toch een goede aanschaf gedaan. Without this laptop, I couldn't have good. Oswald Dennis of Dennis Oswald. Dit is nou. Wat is de keer? Ik denk deze. Ik weet het niet zeker. Hoe zat die? Oh nee, dit is de key. Oké, we gaan hebben. Dus het is de nieuwe Oswald. Doe het is de keer. Doe het is Oswald Dennis. Look this up. Oh, I'll look it up here. I'll look it up. Oswald. I'll do the kid door. Oswald. Here. Oswald Dennis. This one is het is toch niet, ik weet het niet zeker hoor. Ja wel. I've got shitloads of messages on this one. Actually, bizar veel. And you can look up the date. And well, check for yourself if maybe something can be, I don't know if I used it back then, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Ik zal eens kijken wanneer het was. Het is, wat is het? Die strook had of zo. I'm pretty sure that something must have happened on my side of polarity. I'm pretty damn sure, you know. Stroke, was it a stroke? Reveals life-threatening stroke. Yeah. Just need to get to time. Loop dus. Ja, dat toch komen. Doe Kio, denk ik. Had toen veel problemen in 2011. Oh, het is een keer toen is een potential. Fuck, is dat zo lang geleden? Oh, heeft dan toen is een keer fucking. Dat zou ook met ons dat zou ook mee te maken kunnen hebben. I don't know. I thought it was last year or something. Dat too, huh? Oh, she revealed that she had. Oh. Lol. Okay, never mind. This is 2011. Ah, okay. 2011. When was this? I need to do a sticker to with this. Those are those things that we can cross-reference, you know. This is a year before the Mayan calendar. Do a sticker to with this. If I'm the head of the chronosis of the planet, the first one, the alpha, so to say, of my bloodline, or there are more alphas. You know, there are plenty of men that are masculine. There are not the only ones. So women, don't you worry. There will come more men that will grow up to become avataral. But I'm the first one, yeah. So Oh, het gedicht, nee, is in 2013 geweest. Ciao 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 is 2012, 2011. Het gedicht van Lazas, het stukje toen het is, ik kan het even opzoeken, misschien dat ik het wel kan vinden. Sorry, toen. Just curious. Hotmail. Die om kan draaien, is zo kut, hè? Misschien even kijken van de camera-app of zo. Hotmail, ja. Hotmail, Dennis. So many mail accounts, echt ziek. I got many mail accounts. If I was you, get yourself this settled on a new email account. If you've been using your old account since before 2012 or so, get yourself another. Or even later dan dat, Cha existie, in between 2012 and 2019. So, het is weer sticking to it, this security, Cha existie, like Proton Mail is a good, sticking to it, is a good provider of mail, sticking to the mail service, and this will make the amount of archons that come for you significantly less, you know. So, and then on the other hand, sticking to it this week, if you're going to play with the ether in the future to come, then you should keep the old accounts, but just don't use them as much anymore. And apply like your Instagram, connect all your social media to the new email address, you know. Proton Mail is a good one. But there are more mail services you can use. I can only advise you to get yourself a new mail address. To stick it to it, just to get the URL on your own site is ook een goeie. If you got your own site, I could get webmail started too, but this works for now, you know. So look it up. Olympus. What was it? Olympus Has Fallen, I believe. That's the new. I believe I named it Olympus Has Fallen. Olympus, the poem, Olympus. Wat doe het dus? Tyfus, wat doe? Wat doe? Alle mappen, ja. Poetry, cool. Oh. Olympus Has Fallen. I named it Olympus Has Fallen before the film came out. You know? Dat was wel grappig. Poetry, poem. Oh, wacht, kan ook do it this, do it this. All poetry. Dat is all poetry was het, ja. Poems and quotes, all poetry. Spartan Odyssey. Always a word, you know. Before I just you know, get your inspiration back. Just do it this. Hattuo. What the fuck do I do it this without dat is. Kut, echt studio. Dat is. Oh ja, ik weet het weer. Osman. So, do it this. I love poetry, you know. And I believe, because we have written that, do stick it the. And the period of duplicate do this. Type, I forgot the password. Your account, duplicate, nice. To stop spam, 2 plus 6 is 8, toch? 8, ook echt. Is that my password? Yeah. Well, it seems like a waste of time, but I'm just following my subconscious, you know, so it will eventually give me more things to this to get. Well, it's not happening for no reason, for no good reason. Tape. Where's the kid duo? Deze maat gesprekken. Reset. Ja. Ja, zij zegt, ja, kakkelak. I don't know. This, I'm not getting through. Well, whatever. I'll do a stick into it. This, whatever. Of nee, ik zal even weer een keer doen. Misschien. Misschien. Huh? Kan dat nou? Doe ik het die. I don't know what the fuck. Ik snap er zo van. Kan je hier loggen dan? Aha. Okay, last try. Two. Sorry. Here's the first part and I'll see it too. Stick it to this. I'll get back to that, but I'll check if that was in 2011. We're going to be a year. Well, there are 2 years in between us, you know. She came to the world the 23rd of October. Do Scorpio 2. The 23rd of October 1986. This 86, yes. 2 years before me in 3 days. 2 years, 3 days makes numerology. It makes 5, you know. I do a stick into it this, and that's for me Aiche. That means for me crystal, you know. So I believe we've got the crystallized connection somewhere, and I believe that the aneurysm. It has something to do with me, with me and my twin flames, all of us. I do a stick into it, we chose to walk this path, so to say. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly. We'll have to discover, delve further into that. But ik zeg het, ik gewoon weten, ik doe het niet wel. Ik zweer het. Of zou het ook Dennis met ons zijn? Dat zou ook kunnen. Dus ik heb te veel e-mailadressen, jongens. Nee, dat is het niet. Nee, dat kan niet. Nee, dat is Dennis underscore. Dat is het niet wel. But first, Sal thought of a password was everlasting. Everlasting or everlasting one, you know. Type, het is de verkeerd die. Nee, the kid do it this. Whatever. Whatever. So subconsciously, entering that password all the time, or subconsciously was I feeding the beast, so to say, you know. I just subconsciously I just knew this life is magic and we can always grow, dude. There's always room for growth. You know, that's what I always felt. There was what felt and thought of, so to say.